Hey guys, what's going on? Welcome to today's episode of What to Buy Wednesday. This is the very first segment on the channel, and for What to Buy Wednesday, we're just going to go over some of the cards in the market for the newest sets within the particular game. For One Piece, there's only 2 sets, so we're actually going to go through both, and it's just going to be a relatively quick video. We're just going to go over the market, see what cards have been doing well, and see how the prices are looking and whether or not it's something you should buy. So starting off, we actually have Romance Dawn, which is the first set in One Piece. A lot of these cards were pretty expensive due to the limited supply of set 1, but with the eventual restock that is coming, a lot of cards actually have started to go down in price, and it's actually relatively worth it to buy into some of the decks right now. Looking at it, the booster boxes are still over $200. We're at the $240 market price, which isn't bad, but definitely avoid buying a booster box if you can help it. And the resale value later on will probably be more, but if you're looking to get cards from set 1, I would just recommend buying singles for the decks that you want to build. I'll show a picture of it right now, just a quick video, but there is an app that is called Collector. You'll see it on the screen right now and me just going through. It's a really solid app at analyzing the cards that you have and seeing the market price for them and seeing what your collection is worth as a whole, but it's also really good at just keeping track of everything. If you have a lump sum of cards that you're wanting to buy but you can't afford it right now, you can put them all inside of their own folder and actually keep track of it in order to see how the price has gone up or gone down over time. So it is just an overall good app to use if you're wanting to just keep track of everything instead of adding things to the cart within TCG Player. But heading back to TCG Player now, we can see that a lot of cards have gone down in price. Nami is still $2. Nami is a staple in red, whether it's Whitebeard that is playing the Straw Hat Engine, or if you're playing Zoro. And just looking at everything else, I mean, everything else is priced relatively decent. You still have Law at $15. It does have good versatility when it comes to being played in Kinemon, Kid, as well as Law. So looking at the price on it, it has gone down significantly over the time. Let's look at the last 1 month. It did have a big dip and it is starting to go back up, but analyzing this, it probably should be steady, if not go down a little bit more. So if you're thinking about picking up Laws, it definitely is a good time to really just keep an eye on it, and I'm sure that they will go down. And everything else is just relatively priced well. Set 1 is good to buy into right now. Zoro is still $20. It's better than the $25 that it was at, or at the beginning of February, where it was around $32. Looking at the 1 month, it actually has gone down, so buying Zoros now is probably the best thing that you can do. Be in mind that the market does have a lot of new people in it, and if you're wanting to buy from known sellers or people with high sell rates, you're looking to spend probably about $23.98 in order to get a playset, so just keep that in mind. And just overall, I mean, a lot of the SRs have gone down in price. Yamato is still $22. This Yamato actually is really good within playing the Kinemon leader. So it has gone majorly up compared to what it was in the market probably about a month ago. Yeah, about a month ago. I mean, it was down to about $23, but I actually bought some copies for $20. As you can see, those ones sold for $21.99. So Yamato has gone down relatively to what it was probably about a week ago. So if you're looking to pick up Yamatos, it did have a big tank. It is the secret rare of the set, and it is from set 1, so it's going to stay at a relatively decent price, especially for it to be played. But a lot of the commons and uncommons actually aren't bad. We'll filter here through and just keep going through the super rares. A lot of the regular arts are going down in price. We have the Boa Hancock at $6, just seeing some play when it comes to decks such as Ivankov I'll throw a list up here now just showing an event call list or a list from Del Flamingo that is playing it, and just looking at everything else. I mean, everything else is basically priced well. A lot of the cards that actually are doing well in the meta are on the higher end, but they're not as high as they were at one point. You have Zoro's at $20.99, as I mentioned, normally a $25, $30 card depending on where you're at. Laws are actually down to $14.62 for low pricings, but the market price being around $13.50, it's not bad. A lot of the alt arts, as we see, are high in price, so if you pull those and you want to save them, then that's fine. But looking at set 1, I mean, everything that is playable is relatively on the cheaper end, so if you're looking to buy some cards, I would definitely recommend going into them now. And then looking at set 2 is actually doing amazing as far as pricing. Now, boxes being at $140, that is still over MSRP, but it is not as critical as it has been. I've seen boxes go for over $200 within the first week of release, so being down to $140 is great. I bought my box for $150, so seeing this price is relatively good. And there's a lot of staple cards that are not expensive at all. Vistas played in every red deck for great removal. It's only $1.50. Makino, a great 2K counter. If you haven't been able to find them anywhere, 35 cents on here. The Odins are only $2 roughly each, and they're one of the main attackers when it comes to Kinnimon. So set 2 is actually looking relatively good. Just scrolling through, looking at least on the first page, the commons and uncommons and rares are priced relatively well. Curly to Dawn being 20 cents. It's just very stable at the moment, and it definitely is something that you should buy into now if you were looking to get anything. So we'll go super rares. We'll take a look. The super rares priced relatively fine. The black staples are down to about $6, which isn't bad. Sakazuki being $3, not a bad choice at all. Ace is really only played in Whitebeard that plays the Boatbeard list, but it is still $1.25, so you can get your playsets. And Magellan being $1, Vankov 90 cents. Everything's good. The Edward Newgate has dropped to $10 roughly with shipping, and it was a $20 card at once, so everything within this list is actually pretty nice. And actually looking at the alt arts, some of the alt arts actually aren't priced bad at all. Borsalino's at 35. It was originally 60. Same with the Kuzan. The Luffy's been about the same when it comes to it, but the Edward Newgate is 65, so it's not bad. The Manga Ace, if you pull that, hold on to it, it'll sell for good. But that's just for the super rares. I mean, everything when it comes to it, like seeing Odin, I mean, it had a big spike where it was an $18 card for its release, but it's just tanked since then, especially in the 1 month. It's just gone down a lot. And green hasn't seen that much play, but like something like red that plays Newgate, I mean, we see a big drop. It was a $38 card down to $9.05 at the lowest as far as market price, but within the 1 month it's actually done relatively well. And there's been a big reprint for set 2, so if you haven't found any set 2 boxes or anything yet, just be calm. Local game stores should be getting them soon. And also within reason, if you need to buy cards on market, they're just going to stay at this price, if not go down more. So looking at that, everything seems fine. And the actual one card that I've actually been paying attention to that is down in price compared to what it was is the Kuzan. The secret rare is actually only $57. If you're wanting to go for bling, within the 1 month it went from 85 all the way down to, as it shows here, that's for Japanese. So if you want to buy an actual one, it's about $60. So it's gone down about $25 if you're wanting to play alt arts. And then this Kuzan has had a big up and down within the market, but comparing the 1 month, it went from about $60 down to $40. And looking here, that's Japanese. We can get 2 for $40.70. So everything within the market is reasonably priced. There's nothing really that is too out of the blue when it comes to set 1 and 2. And, you know, looking at all of the lists that have been doing well, it's pretty common that, you know, a lot of the staples are going to be red, which is why they're on the more expensive end when it comes to set 1 red stuff, but everything else is within the $5 to $10 range if it's less. Nothing is really over that except for, as I said, red with the new gates and the Zoros, but that's relatively it. I mean, looking at the market though, everything seems steady and there's nothing really that is a try not to buy it now if you can't afford it. Unless you're going for alt arts might go down in price. I mean, I don't see the Zoro going down, but when it comes to set 1 and set 2, if you're just trying to buy play sets of cards, there's nothing really that is, let's see if it tanks anymore. A lot of cards are actually going to get better within set 3, so it's probably better to buy some of them now, especially if you're just looking to play a deck now and also finish play sets of cards, especially for the rares and the uncommons. A lot of them aren't priced too high. So that's really it for the idea of what to buy Wednesday. It's just kind of going over the market. So thank you guys so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed today's content. If you did, remember to like, subscribe, turn on post notifications. Every Wednesday, we're just going to have a quick breakdown of the market and go over. And as we talked about with Zoro, the Whitebeards actually aren't priced bad at all. So we don't really need to worry as much when it comes to how much they are. The Whitebeards have actually gone down a lot in price. So probably now is a good time to get them. Looking at the sales history, $9, $10, $8, $7. So yeah, now is a good time to get it, especially with the market being flooded with more set 2. But again, thank you guys for watching. Remember, if you liked it, subscribe, turn on post notifications, and I'll catch you guys in the next video.